Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Aquarius. What's going on? Reading for April 2022. So I've pulled out, your tarot deck here, and we'll go over those cards that I got for you. And then I have, a whole bunch of advice for you. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the center card that we have for you is the Queen of Swords, which is speaking to your independence. And so basically, you're feeling strong, you're wanting to maintain your independence, you want to walk in your strength at this time, just doing you really. Crowning you is the two of Swords, which is about decisions that you're going to need to make, which goes along with the Seven of Cups choices card that you got. So you understand that you have a lot of choices that you could make in a situation, but what you're really going for is the Ten of Cups and the harmony. But the thing about it is, you understand that the Seven of Cups could have been illusions in the past, and so you're beyond the illusion now. You want the Ten of Cups, but you don't want the illusion of the Ten of Cups. You want the real deal. That's what I'm getting with that message. And then in your outcome, you have Seven of Wands, which is valor, walking in integrity, standing on your truth about the situation, and really not taking anything but what you want moving forward. So here, let's get into the messages that came out for clarification for you. And this is the Ogam Oracle. The first message was introspection, relaxation, and depth. So really, just really taking some time to go within, to relax also, because you've probably been going through a lot in this situation, and you want to get into the meat of the matter within you. So you've got to have some depth in that going in. You just can't do surface. When you meditate, you got to go within. You've got to take that time to reflect, within yourself, for that introspection to come out. That was the Vine card from this particular Ogam Oracle deck. Next, you have the Fur, or the Allium, which is about that clarity, achievement, and increased energy. With the energy changes coming because of the new moon that happened on the 1st, or was it the 31st? Well, the recent new moon. You've got this, clarity coming in. You know what direction you want to head in, and you have the energy that's, finally starting to kick in for you to get to that level. Also, your next card is Rowan, and this is about protection, expression, and connection. And so what that's talking to me about is really, again, as you go within and as you seek spirit, to know that, spirit's got your back, you are protected, and that this is about finding your expression, being truly who you are. And then also the connection piece is not only to spirit, but connection is to you, because you want that harmony, which you've got to be in balance to achieve that Ten of Cups, to achieve that harmony. And this may be in a relationship, or this may be just within yourself. Hawthorne was the last one, which is contradiction, consequence, and relationships. And what that means to me in this particular situation is, you don't go along with the crowd. So you are normally a contradictory person to begin with, because you're not about conformity, and you understand consequence. And sometimes you understand that, okay, yeah, I did this thing, and I have this consequence coming my way, and you openly accept that. But then it's also about relationships, and that, you are a contradiction in relationships. You're not like everybody else, right? So therefore, you stand in your independence, you stand in your truth, and you conduct yourself accordingly. So here, with these cards, these are the, give me a second, let me tell you which ones these are. Okay, these are the Soul Coaching Oracle cards. And these are just messages to help you as well. Life is always working out for me. So again, when you get into that connection with spirit, You have this relationship with spirit, and you have this dialogue inside your mind, because that's important. Stay high vibing. How do you do that? Is you stop that negativity that might be going on inside your head, and you get in touch with spirit, because spirit only wants the best for you. So once you understand that, you start to manage that self-talk you're doing, right? And so this is one of the ways you can do that. Life is always working out for me. That's what you need to keep saying to yourself. When your mind and your ego kicks in, you've got to shut that down, and you've got to counteract that thought with one of these is right here. Life is always working out for me. And that's exactly what you can say when that negativity kicks in for you. Some other things that you can say: what if everything was always working out for me? And that is challenging your ego, because your ego has been kicking in lately, and what I'm getting is, really doing this negative self-talk in your head kind of thing. And so you need to step in now. Now it's time for you to take charge of that ego, and you have to dance with the ego. So you got to challenge the ego, and these cards are giving you some ideas of how to do that, what to say to your ego. So in this case, you're going to say, what if everything was always working out for me? So then you can try to get that ego to relax, because the ego's there all about protection. So the ego's like, okay, no, something's going on here. I got to step in. I got to do this thing. Well, unfortunately, the ego can also do that in the wrong way. It's all about protection, but it can also step in and cause problems. So now you need to get your ego under control, if you will. By counteracting the negativity that it may have been allowed to run away with in the past. Again, you're getting this card of My Life Story and Law of Attraction. And I'm going to read the back of this one, because I don't know this one. It says, each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction response to the thoughts and thinking. So here, this is just challenging you to take charge, right? Just like we were talking about with these first two cards, when that negativity steps in, you need to counteract that ego. The more that you do that, the more that you stay high vibe, the more that you stop that ego in its track, that self-talk will turn, and you will be high vibing more often, because you will shut that negative self-talk down to the point where the ego is like, okay, no, I don't have to step in. Nothing's going on. Everything's good. And your ego will relax at that point. And then I am the attractor of my every experience. Understanding the law of attraction. Whatever you put out there is what you're going to get back. So if you are saying you want to be an heiress, you have $1 million home, and you want to have this other stuff, but that negative self-talk is counteracting, your desires, you're getting the negative. You're not getting the positive. So now now that you understand law of attraction, and that everything that you've been drawn to you is about the negative self-talk, is about the doubts, the fears, and all that other stuff, now you have ways to counteract that. So get busy. Okay? And I will tell my story as I want it to be. Yeah, walk in how you want your life to believe. Believe in it. And then when you put your desires out there, one of the things about doing manifesting that's important is that you got to let it go, and you just got to believe and trust. Not worry about it. It's almost like you almost do like a forget. You put it out there, you put your intention out there, you may even visualize yourself having that thing, whatever you're doing that desire for, but then you let it go. You have no expectation of it. All you do is work on you. When you work on you and you let that desire just go and have no expectation of where it's coming from, what's going to happen with it, all that kind of stuff, you give the universe, spirit, God, whatever you want to call that, the authority to bring it in. Okay? And the last one is, I can see my world through the eyes of Source. So again, getting into that space where you are learning to have a closer relationship with Spirit, trusting in Spirit, you can start to open up your eyes and see what Spirit truly wants for you, which is nothing but the best. When it comes to having things and having, the best and an abundance in every kind of way in our lives, and, just the fullness of life, That's all about our relationship with spirit. Number one, we have to believe it. We have to, in order to receive it. So if we don't believe it, then, how's spirit going to bring it in? But once you understand all the goodness that spirit has for you, then you can see it through source's eyes. When you start to build that relationship with spirit, when you meditate, you get, a closeness with spirit that you understand. And so then you can walk differently, you feel differently, because when spirit's got your back, I mean, goodness, how much more do you need to know? You know what I'm saying? When spirit's got you, I just can't even tell you how that is. That's everything, and so I just want to encourage you with this reading. So here I pulled some other cards. What are these called? Because these are all new decks, so I'm excited to use these. This is the Success Oracle. So let's go ahead and see who we got for you. No surprise, we got Walt Disney. And basically, you're wanting to take the ideas of, trying to appeal to your audience. Is it cute? Does it sing? Also something that causes people to feel, if you are trying to be an entrepreneur, right? And then also you want to just really understand that your audience needs certain things from you if you're trying to do your own thing. You've also got Ellen DeGeneres, which is find out where the personal meets the personable. Don't get with the times that they don't get with you. Again, not conforming. This is about you being you being your authentic self. So if this is about you having your own business, you bring you to the table. You are good enough. You matter. And that's what we need to be focused on there. Here we have Christine Lagarde. And this is talking about, letting time heal wounds, and basically not falling in prey to what other people think and feel, right? Because you've got to stand in who you are. You're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people that aren't going to like you for whatever reason, and that's fine. You don't like everybody. I know I don't like everybody. So, the bottom line is it's not about liking everybody. It's about everybody accepting one another as their authentic selves and not trying to change people, because people are only going to change when they're ready anyway. So you can't worry about that, okay? Here, what you're trying to do is make sure that if you are trying to do your own business, that you are not worried about being in the spotlight. You're more worried about what is going to equal success in the marketplace, in the audience that you're trying to work with. And get out of it being about you, because it's supposed to be about helping others. And also, also incorporate those habits into your life on a day-to-day, like meditation, like taking care of yourself, self-love. All these things can help you. This is also with Charles Ponzi. This is talking about being convicted in what you want to do and why you want to do it. And being careful that your ideas are not like a Ponzi scheme kind of thing, right? You really want to have genuine ideas. You really want to have a solid foundation to build your ideas off of. And then the last card you got was Beyonce. Basically, making sure that the moves that you put in place for your own business is basically, the ones that you want to put in place, right? And also making sure that you have protected yourself with your business plan to, make sure that nobody can steal your ideas, basically, is what I'm getting from that. Okay, I'm going to leave these cards for the last, because this is the last deck that I drew from. I just ran out of room, so I'm going to put those up there. But some other messages that came out for you. And this is from the Esther. These are Esther Hicks cards, and these are called, let's see here. Give me a second. I have to figure out what the title of these are because I didn't keep the box. So yeah, yeah. I think these are basically like law of attraction cards or that kind of thing. Um, but let's go ahead and keep going. Um, you've got playfulness. So my joy is the greatest gift that I can give to others. You know, when you are doing something that is truly, you know, a heartfelt kind of desire from your heart, the joy comes with it. When you do things not with a motive for any other reason, but to help people or to, you know, whatever your intention is, let it be pure. Walking in your truth. I live my truth. Don't be afraid to, you know, do that and continue doing so. I'm healing. Phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. And that again is through that connection with spirit, through understanding, you know, what has been happening in the past is no longer what you want moving forward, and incorporating all of those things that you can incorporate to shut down that ego, to stay high vibe and draw the things to you that you truly desire, because spirit wants to give them to you. You know, that's just the way it is. And then peace. I breathe deeply, knowing that all is well in my universe. And that comes with that spirit with relationship. Once you know a spirit like that, and you know that spirit's got your back, it's like such a huge weight off your shoulders, right? You're not stressed, you're not worried. You can walk in peace, you can walk in confidence, you can walk in the things that maybe you haven't walked in the past. Okay. Now, here's some other cards that I got for you. And let's see here. Okay, this is the Divine Abundance deck, this card here. And the first card is self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. And again, you're starting to walk in this energy like we had in one of those first cards that was talking about, you know, the energy and the I think it was this one here. Yeah, clarity, achievement, and energy. Um, because you're understanding that, you know what, I get to be selfish, and a lot of people will think selfish is bad. Well, self-loving yourself is not bad. Now, if the only thing you do in life is think about you and nobody else, yeah, that's when we can say selfish in the true term that other people understand it. But there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, because if you don't love yourself, then how can you love anybody else? And so understanding that you get to love yourself, it's fine. That's a good thing. And I think that you're on your journey, right? You're on your journey to discovering that it's okay to have self-love. It's okay to walk in truth. It's okay not to conform. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Again, Spirit's got your back. Healing here. So letting go of all the past and all whatever happened is really what's being asked of you at this time. Is it easy? No. But do you need to do it for your highest good? Yes. Divine love. Again, Spirit's got your back. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with Spirit. You know what? You just say, hey, Spirit, I can't carry this anymore. I don't want to carry it anymore. Here you go. And there's such a sense of peace that comes with that. I can't even begin to tell you. Again, another card, surrender. Divine love, letting go, self-love. These are all reminders to you of how important Spirit sees each one of us. It's not just you, Aquarius. It's all of us. But we all are on our walk in a different place, in a different, path kind of thing. And so this is your message, okay? Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. Yes, because remember, when your ego kicks in, it thinks there's something wrong. It's like a 5-alarm fire kind of situation, right? With your ego's there to protect you. And sometimes it protects you when it really shouldn't protect you. And so you can't grow, you can't learn, because it kicks in so fast. And if you're not aware of it, you spend a lot of time in your ego. You spend a lot of time thinking you're controlling something when you're really not. And the more you feel out of control, your ego kicks in even harder, trying to control. So we all will go through this on our journey. So that's your surrender card. But then there's another card here that says signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. So whether you are getting a gut feeling, whether you are seeing, signs and, repeating numbers, or something that's repeating, or, something that happens that keeps repeating is usually a sign from the universe. Okay, so we have, these cards here are hold on a second. This is the receive oracle cards. And so your message is here, receive space. I'm willing to joyfully receive space for me. So basically is, really focusing again. You had a card for self-love. You had a card for healing. You had a card for surrender, letting go, receive, what you need right now. You got to focus on you, okay? Because before you can love anybody else, you got to love you. Okay, receive joy. I'm willing to expand in my capacity to receive the joy that is here right now. Receive your wants. So you got one here, receive your needs. Now you got receive your wants. And so as you come into that higher vibe, as you heal, as you find that peace, as you surrender, all these things are going to come in for you. Because you are in a place to receive them now. You're not having the expectations. Your ego isn't in the way trying to control everything. It's really going to be a wonderful time. Receive wealth. I'm willing to deeply see that all of the ways that I am wealthy now. Receive your wants. So again, another receive your wants card. Because your wants are to be probably, financially stable, right? So let's keep going. Receive clarity. I'm willing to receive clarity with joy and ease. Receive your wants. Again, you had a clarity card, which was the first one here. Introspection, relaxation. Where is it? I know you have one for clarity. Yeah, clarity. A second card up there. So again, you want knowledge, you want understanding, that you're seeking, you're on your spiritual journey, seeking things, wanting things, and they are all trying to come in. And look at this card, the last one. Return to yourself. Be authentic, but you cannot be authentic trying to focus your energy all, outside of you. You got to go within, because you got to get in touch with you and what you want, what you need, what you desire. What is it that you need to handle within you? What is it that you need to heal within you? I'm willing to discover how to receive my fulfillment by always returning to myself. Receive with ease. Again, flow, balance. We talked about harmony over here with one of your tarot cards in the very beginning. So this is all about you and your walk to getting back to the authentic side of you. Who are you? What do you want? What do you need? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to heal? That kind of thing. And then we have the last set of cards, which these are the chance for change messages that I pulled for you. And I'm not going to try to read these chant names because even though it's here, I'm not going to try to slaughter them like that. But basically, the first one, which is number 29, celebrating the union of man and woman. This is about a romantic relationship that maybe you're wanting or maybe you have. But again, you're seeking harmony because you want this situation to be fulfilling to you. You want to be there for the other person 100%. You want them to be, whole and healthy and there for you 100%. And so this is a desire for you. And if you are in that relationship, this is the ultimate relationship. You have the 10 of Cups over here as well, which is really what you're wanting. You're wanting the 10 of Cups. But don't forget that you are going to need to make a decision. And I think one of the first decisions you need to make is you need to heal whatever needs to be healed. Then you need to go in and decide what is the relationship that's best for you, because you have a decision to make as well. You had choices and or illusions with the 7 of Cups down here. So again, get out of that illusion. Understand what is truly going to be your 10 of Cups without the illusion, okay? Because the 10 of Cups is typically the illusion of love. Also too, so you want to make sure you're being realistic on that expectation, right? You want the 10 of Cups. That's complete happiness and fulfillment in every area of your life. Then make sure you are not wearing rose-colored glasses. Make sure that you are doing the healing. Make sure that you are high vibing so that if you're not in the relationship or and you're having to make a decision between two, that you're in the high vibe place to pick the right choice for you. Here we have I am the universe, number 16. And you are the universe. You co-create with spirit. So yes, you are part of the universe. We all are. We are all energy. And stirs the forces of creativity and action. And you had a card of achievement up here. Where's the other one? I want to say you had expression. And so this again is talking about walking in the passion and creativity. Plus you had all of these cards talking about entrepreneurship too, and messages regarding that. And then you have I am, it's all about breath as your last message. So again, back into that, getting into oneness with you in spirit, and really honing in on that relationship to find out what would make you truly happy, what would be your 10 of cups. And so that when you are in the relationship, you're getting what you want. You are giving, also what you should be giving in the relationship, because all relationships are about give and take and reciprocity. So I hope that this helps you, Aquarius. Much love and light, Lady T.